Okay guys, so next what you're going to do is you're going to create ink and wash drawing a little bit like this one. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that now. So fresh piece of paper. Okay, so sketch out again using these as a starting point, a different idea. So you might want to use a different shaped head, or maybe have an experiment with the different shaped eyes, see what looks best and what suits. Okay, so again, look in the mirror, see what you can see. If you think you've got like a paddle shaped head, have a little go of drawing that in. Okay. This time I'm going to give myself some big round eyes. Okay, very Tim Burton style. I'm going to point them up towards the top. Like that. I'm going to give myself some eyelids. Flick some eyelashes in there. I'm going to try the same nose again, I think. I'm going to go that way this time. And then a little mouth at the bottom. Like so. Again, you're going to have your skinny neck in there. Okay. And you might try this time to put your school uniform in. So I'm going to just show you. If you put your collar in the back there, okay, flick those collar parts out, and then you've got your tie going in there. And bring that down. You might put your jumper in. You might decide it's quite Tim Burton-y and maybe have it all stitched together like so. Okay, and then go back up here to the hair. So now my hair is always tied back. Put my ears in. Put a little flick of a ponytail there. Okay, I might leave the eyebrows, put little facial features in. If you wear glasses, you might want to put some glasses in. It's completely up to you. It's whatever makes you, your character individual. I'm going to just change the level of those ears there so we can see. It goes across. Okay, and then for this one, you're going to be using ink. Okay, so you'll have a little pot of ink like that. Okay, and you'll be using a brush. Alright, so you're going to put in, first of all, where your hair is. Okay, this side's going to be a bit darker, because remember we said about light direction before. So think about your hair, where it comes from. It comes from like below here and it flicks upwards. Okay, a weaker, more scratchy kind of mark over that side and darker over that one. Over here you might put a little bit of shade on where your face is here. Got quite a big forehead, so I'm going to emphasise that a little bit. Okay, put my ear in, put my earring in. Okay, and then bring that line down here. Put my nose in. I'm going to put my eyes in first, okay, and then put the glasses in over the top. So I might put the water in there to give it a little bit of a wash first, so we've got those shadows before I put the framework of the glasses in. Okay, bring your hair down, the back of you. So just make sure you're looking at the flow, the direction of your hair, not how it comes over your shoulders or whatever. Okay, because that is what makes you look more human with your hair. Okay, there we go. Put the collar in. And tie. Oh, I forgot to put the other side of the jumper in, so put that other side of the jumper in there. See this? Oh, I'll just move that up a little. Okay, so bring that across. Put your little stitch marks in. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to use some water now. So I've got some water here. Okay, a little bit on the dirty side, but never mind. Put that to the side. I'm going to use this just to blend out some of the ink that we've already got on the page. So here we're going to create some shadows on this side. So we're just going to use the water and dilute the ink a little. Okay, drag that across. You know we've got bags under the eyes, so we can make sure we've got those shadows in there. I'm going to drag some of this down as well. Hopefully this will go a little bit lighter as we move it across. Yeah. Those shadows under your eyes. Blend that down a little. Bring this shadow in on the neck a little more. I'm probably wearing a black jumper in school, so we're going to try and darken this a little. And your tie's dark as well as black. Just go back in with the ink a little. Blend that in. And then what you need to do is just be careful when you're working over the top of this a little bit more. If you go working back into this and start putting eyelashes in while it's still wet, it will bleed. So just make sure it's nice and dry before you start trying to add that detail in. Okay, so just work the other areas for a little bit. I'm just going to put some lighter grey tones into the hair. Blend that out a little. Maybe a little bit of shadow under this arm here. Okay, and then I'm going to let those bits dry. But I'll just show you what will happen if you if you don't leave it and it's still wet. It will kind of bleed out like that. So you want to avoid that to happen. Okay, so don't do as I've just done. I'm just doing it to show you what can happen if you're in a rush. It'll bleed out like so. But there you go. So do wait for it to dry before you put any other details in, otherwise it'll all bleed and it'll look a little bit messy. You don't want it to look messy. Okay, so there you have it. That's how to do your ink drawing, your ink study. So it should look a bit more like that really. Okay, so if you let that dry and wait, you should be able to get some nice sharp marks with your ink. Okay, and there you go. 2 different media today.